Last week, we took a look at your favorites in a number of categories, including Best New Streaming Device, Best Smart TV, and Best Overall Streaming Platform. And this week, we're going to focus our attention on your favorite streaming services as voted on by you in our Cordie Awards 2021. And just like last week, I'm going to need a little help. All right, so once again, welcome, Jess.
Hi, thanks for having me back. I'm excited to dig into some more Cordie Awards.
Yeah, and like last week, we went through, I think, four of the categories for the Cordie Awards 2021. And this week, instead of streaming devices and smart TVs, we are going to look at streaming services, from free streaming to subscription to live streaming and some others. And to start things off, we're going to go with the best free streaming services according to you, our readers and subscribers. And in fifth place, it's actually Plex Free Live TV with 2.4% of the vote. And in fourth place, it's Amazon's IMDb TV. Third place goes to Tubi with 13% of the vote. And then second place is the Roku channel, 23% of the vote. And then in the top spot, which may not be a surprise to most folks, with 45.4% of the vote, it is Pluto TV. So Jess, we have some familiar names on this list, though the order might be a bit surprising. Anything stand out to you?
Well, I think this is the third year in a row. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but the third year in a row that Pluto TV has taken that #1 spot. So good to see people are still loving Pluto TV. Not surprising. They've been adding a ton of content again this year, or last year rather. So not surprised to see them in the #1 spot. And then the Roku channel kind of coming in hot here in second place. They've been adding a ton of original content, which we really love to see. They've got some more stuff in the pipeline too. So I'm wondering if next year we might see a shakeup in the top two. What do you think?
Yeah, the Roku is looking like it's going all in on original content and all in on the Roku channel itself. Like the day we're filming this, of course, the big buzz right now is the Weird Al movie starring Daniel Radcliffe, and that's getting a lot of buzz for Roku. So it's interesting, yeah, to see them go all in on content production, and we'll see how the Roku channel fares in the next Cordie Awards. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if Pluto can make it to year 4 or if Roku channel wants to take that #1 spot.
Yay, competition, that's for sure.
All right, so for our second category, we asked you about the best subscription streaming services of 2021. And in fifth place, we had Hulu with 9.4% of the votes. Fourth place was Amazon Prime Video with 10.9% of the votes. Disney Plus came in third with 13.8% of the votes. HBO Max in second place with 17.1% of the votes. And Netflix was #1 with 26.4% of the votes. So again, this is not super surprising to me, but what do you think, Philip?
Yeah, these are again some familiar names making up the top five here. Although again, the actual rankings does jump out to me a bit. Wouldn't have been surprised to see Disney Plus take up that second place spot. Netflix up at the top doesn't surprise me either. Although with Netflix increasing their prices, we'll see just how long Netflix can hold on to that top spot. Again, competition is heating up in this space, so it's going to be interesting to see how the subscription streaming service landscape changes over the next 12 months.
Yeah, like you said, Netflix raised their prices just last week, which was kind of surprising. They didn't really announce it ahead of time, just sent out that email to subscribers. So really interesting to now see Netflix as one of the more expensive streaming options. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm wondering if next year we might again see a shakeup in that top 2 or 3.
All right, next up we have our best niche streaming service of 2021, and these are streaming services that cater to more specific, more focused categories. And as you see our top spots here, it'll start to make sense if you're wondering what this category is all about. In fifth place, we have Shudder with 10.6% of your votes, and then in fourth place, it's Acorn TV at 13.4%. Coming in third, it's BritBox with 15.7% of your vote, and then CuriosityStream with 17.2%, taking up that second place spot. And then in the top spot at 32.8%, it's ESPN Plus. So Jess, anything stand out here as far as the names on this list and their rankings?
Not really, but I do want to mention this was a new category for us this year. And the reason that we did it is that we used to put all of these smaller streaming services into the same category. So you would have had things like Acorn TV and BritBox right there with Netflix and HBO Max. And that didn't really seem fair to us. We know that there is a big audience that really loves these niche streaming services. So we wanted to kind of give them their own place to shine. So I'm not surprised, mostly because we didn't really take a look at this last year. We didn't see where these guys ranked in comparison to some of the bigger names. So yeah, I don't know. I know that there is a lot of love for CuriosityStream among our readers, so I was happy to see that in the #2 spot. And then BritBox and Acorn TV coming in 3rd and 4th. Love that. That's something that's been kind of surprising to me lately, is seeing how many people are interested in that British TV whenever we share stories.
Yeah, I think the big thing about a lot of these services is offering something up that the mainstream, the mainline subscription services don't offer as much as. So it's nice to see these relatively smaller services get some attention from our readers.
Yeah, I love it. I think we will definitely be doing this question again next year, so be on the lookout. Cordie Awards 2022. All right, and our last question for this video, we asked you about the best live TV streaming service, and I was very excited to see how the results would shake out for this one. In 5th place, we had Fubo TV with 7.1% of the vote. In 4th place, we had Philo with 11.9% of the vote. Hulu with Live was in 3rd place with 12.7%. Sling TV was in 2nd with 17.2%. And YouTube TV took 1st place with 40.8%. So this was not exactly what I pictured, but Philip, I would love to know what you thought.
Yeah, I figured these names would show up, but I wasn't expecting YouTube TV, for instance, to run away with first place the way it did. Interesting to see Sling TV topping some of the other names on here, like Hulu and Fubo TV. And the one that stands out to me personally is Philo, because of course the other services on here all have relatively similar pricing brackets, pricing plans, and then Philo prides itself on being a more budget offering, and it looks like it's resonating with our viewers and readers.
Yeah, absolutely. That was something that stood out to me too. It looks like our readers are really looking for more affordable options. So Sling TV comes in just a little lower than the others at $35 a month to start out. And yeah, Philo, the more budget-friendly service, and they really recommend using an antenna to watch your local channels since they don't offer locals or sports. So it's really interesting to see our readers kind of valuing those more affordable services and even putting them above things like Hulu Live and Fubo. So yeah, agreed. That was surprising to see, but I think it's going to show, I think that's kind of a sign of a trend that we're going to see more this year, is our readers looking at affordable options, free streaming services, really looking at cost.
And so, looking back at this list of your favorite streaming services across a number of categories, just anything stand out to you as far as, you know, maybe differences from this year to previous years?
Yeah, I actually just pulled up the results from last year, and I will say it was a lot of the same. But like I said, we added that new category looking at niche services, and that had things like anime in it too. So we're really looking out for people that have varied interests. So look out for more questions like that on the next version of the Cordie Awards. But I would say nothing super surprising, a bit of a shakeup in those live TV streaming services, but nothing super surprising. I think our readers do a great job of letting us know throughout the year what they're really interested in. So this will be good for us while we're looking at coverage for this year and what you all want to see more of.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've said it a number of times before, but the Cordie Awards and similar surveys we do throughout the year are a great way to learn, you know, what our readers and viewers are all interested in and where we should focus coverage on more intently as the year goes on. And so, with that being the case, next week we will focus on the next batch of our categories for Cordie Awards 2021. So that includes things like your favorite original streaming content of the year and the best DVR and your favorite antenna brands, among others. So look out for that video next week. And again, we'll have Jess on here as well. Thanks again to Jess for joining us for this video.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm very excited to talk about some original content next week.
Yeah, we have some thoughts for sure. And that about wraps up round 2 of our recap of the Cordie Awards 2021. And as always, thank you for watching. And if you haven't done so already, please do consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. Those are both great ways to support our channel, and they help remind YouTube that it should probably keep recommending our content to more and more viewers. And don't forget to tune in next week for part 3 of our recap of the 2021 Cordie Awards, where we go over your favorites in a number of other categories, including your favorite DVR, your favorite antenna brand, and your favorite original content of the year. And until next time, my name is Philip Palermo. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Take care.